books. New month, new books. Can't believe it's June. Halfway through the year already. Like, what have I accomplished this year? So far, like, what? Hi my loves, welcome back, or welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to my June TBR, and that is just so weird to say. Like, I can't believe we're in June already. We are halfway through 2024. We're 6 months into 2024. Like, that's just wild to say. But alongside that, enter summer. Obviously, June is the start of summer. I think we start summer like the 20th of June. And alongside that comes summer reads. And I love to read in summertime. Like, I feel like that's when I blossom, is in the summertime. June and July. August kind of goes downhill. September kind of goes downhill. I think it's because it's like the mid-season. It's between the summer and the autumn time. Really excited to get to some summer reads. I'm so happy. This summer I will probably just be reading romance. Like, that is all I want to read in the summertime. And all I've got to say is my TBR for June is a very ambitious one. I have around 13 books in person that I'm going to show you guys, plus another 4 books that I have, but they're boxed away currently because I'm going to do a book haul with those books. So they're already packaged away, but I will have them up on the screen. And those are books that have come out between April and May, and I'm finally getting to them now. I know there's going to be loads more new releases in June and July, but in this video I will only be going through the recent books from this year that I haven't read, plus the current books on my TBR that I want to hopefully read in June. I have a very, very, very ambitious TBR, as you can guess. 17 books. I don't know if I'm going to reach 17 books, but I just wanted to have a large enough TBR so I could pick from what I wanted to. I feel like a lot of these books had loads of different moods, loads of different tropes, different spice levels. That's going to be really helpful for summertime, because summertime I do a lot of mood reading. So there's going to be a lot of like vlogs where I'm going to be doing like ideas, but it won't be really relating to the books. It might be like reading 200 pages a day or waking up at 5 AM to read, that type of stuff. So a lot of mood reading, but summer reads. We're gonna do like loads of summer videos, and I'm so friggin' excited. The start of the summer, I will be coming out with a official summer TBR video where I'll be talking about all the books I want to read from June to August. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I just feel happier getting my colour back. I feel like I've been in a rut. I will speak more about that in my new vlog that I'm currently filming. Let's stop talking about that. Let's get to all the books I want to read in June. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe, the usual YouTube stuff. Follow my socials down below. But let me stop talking about rubbish. Let's get to it, and let's talk about all the books that I want to read in June. So first we're going to talk about the books that I'm carrying on from May. So May I had around 11 books, I believe, on my TBR, and I think I didn't read 4 or 5 of them. But first up is A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I don't know if I'm going to get to this book now, just because I want summer reads and I want something that's fluffy, happy, and I just know this book ain't happy, so I don't know if I'm going to read it. Maybe not. But if you want to see more detail about what this book is about, go check out my TBR prompt jar picks, my May reads. But this is the first book that hopefully I'll read in June. And next up we have Persuasion by Jane Austen. I'm really excited to get to this one. It's a classic based off one of my favourite movies, and yeah, really excited to read it. And this is a book that again I wanted to read last month but didn't get to. So next up we have A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. This is the second book that hopefully I'll be reading by this author. I read The Lock of Room last summer, which I really enjoyed, and I've heard a lot of good things about this book. I think this is the second book in another series, but I'm only interested in reading this one, and the cover's really cute. Then next up from my May TBR is Honey and Spice by Baloo Babalona. This one is a black fake dating enemies to lovers romance, and the cover, again, so freaking cute. Soft DNF'd it last year, but it's definitely a book that I want to read. Hopefully this month I'm in the mood for it, so I'm really excited for that. In terms of the last book that I didn't get to is Daisy 8, which is the second book in the Magnolia Parks universe. Really want to get to it. I feel like it'll be quite an easy read because even though the words are small, there's not much on the page, and again the cover's really cute, and I've heard that a lot of people say you're either a Magnolia girl or a Daisy 8 girl, and I have a feeling I might be a Daisy 8 girl. I don't know, but I am intrigued to carry on with the series, so hopefully this will be a book that I read in June. Next up, we're gonna go on to the fresh books, which I'm really excited about. So first up we have Stolen Heir, which is the second book in the Brutal Birthright series. In May I read the first book, which is Brutal Prince, and I really enjoyed that, so stay tuned for my May wrap up to see more about that book. But it's a series of two families and they hate each other, a bit like Romeo and Juliet, like their families hate each other, and a series of couples kind of form from that. And the first book is from the youngest daughter and the oldest son on one of the families, so they don't like each other, they're mutual enemies. I think one of them are Italian and the other half are Irish, so it's the Irish mafia versus Italian mafia, and they just really don't like each other. So I decided to put Stolen Heir on my TBR because I really enjoyed the first book, really excited to continue the series, and I feel like it's just going to be a fun, easy read. And also what I love about this series, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, but there's like pictures. Like, I am sold off these drawings. So hopefully I'll get to that in June. Next up we have Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. This book has been on my TBR for quite a while now. I've read quite a few books from her. I've read Check and May, I've read The Love Hypothesis. What else have I read? Another one of my anticipated reads from her is Bride, which hopefully I'll read in July. But yeah, Love Theoretically follows two characters, Elsie and Jack, and basically she is a physicist and she wants to work at MIT's department, but the only person getting in her way is Jack, who is also one of her clients' older brother. She pretends to be a fake girlfriend, so she has to basically kind of like get on his good side in order to help her get to be at MIT to work as a physicist. And yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I've heard so many good things about this book, so it's definitely a book that I want to read in June. And then next up we have a book again that I've been waiting to read, which is Beach Read by Emily Henry. This book I've read so much about it. A lot of people have raved about it. Out of Emily Henry's books, this and Happy Place is everyone's favourite. I read Book Lovers not last month, the month before then, so I'm really excited to read that. Of course, putting me in the holiday feels. I'm going away in July, so hopefully this is going to get me in the mood to read some summer romances, get me in the mood for holiday. And yeah, I've heard so many good things about it, so hopefully this is a book that I reach in June. So next up we have The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This is a book again that I've read so much things about, and TikTok and YouTube persuade me. If TikTok says it's good, YouTube says it's good, I'm going to read it, and it's definitely a book that I want to read this month. The cover again is so cute. This is about a woman who comes home one day to find a man like there, and he's like really weird, and she finds out he's from 7 years in the past. I don't know how he got there. It also says, I think it said right place, wrong time. So maybe because obviously he's in the wrong time, but he's in the right place in terms of the person he's meeting. I don't know if they fall in love. I know people said this touches on like grief. I don't know if the main character is grieving a family member or something. I don't know much about this book, which I'm really excited about. So I go into the book with like a clean slate, can enjoy it, no biases, but I've heard so much about it, so hopefully this is a book that I get to read in June. And next, one of the books that I was talking about in my May TBR video was 7 Days in June. The only reason I didn't pick it is because I wanted to save it for June. So this book is by Tia Williams. Again, this is an author that I've never read anything from, but I'm really excited to get into it. She has a new book coming out next year, which I really want to read. So 7 Days in June, I've heard so many good things about it, so hopefully I get to read it in June. This is definitely high up on my TBR to what I want to read. This is one of my anticipated reads for 2024, so hopefully I'll get to read it. There's so many stuff about it. It's a black romance. Excited to get onto this book. Cover so cute as well, and I feel like it's just going to be such a fun kind of, I feel like it's going to be a bit chaotic. I don't know a whole lot about what this is about, but I think this is like a second chance enemies to lovers romance, so I'm really excited to hopefully read this in June. Following on from my black romances, we have a little duology or little duet of a book that is no other than this series by Kennedy Ryan called the Skyland series, I believe. So there's two books in the series. There's Before I Let Go, which I've spoken about a whole lot of times, and then there is This Could Be Us, which is the second book that came out this year. And this series, the covers alone, like perfection, absolutely perfection. The vibes are there. Amy is there, like I'm fully invested, and I thought I'd put these together because I might do a little reading vlog of me talking about these books, reviewing them for the first time. This is the first series I've read by Kennedy Ryan, which is a shock. There's another series that I really want to get into by her called the Hoop series, I believe, and she has some other ones that I want to check out as well. But I'm really excited to read these books because the covers are so cute, and people said these books about like self-love, very realistic, a bit like Emily Henry's writing. I always say Emily Henry's writing is very realistic, that what you're reading, though it's fiction, it's very much relatable. It feels like the authors are talking about real people and real issues that are going on. Obviously they are real issues, but they're real people, which I love. If I can relate to the characters on another level and feel like they're realistic, I feel like I can connect to them on a deeper level, and I'm hoping I can connect to these series together on a deeper level. This book as well, I know people say there's a lot about healing, self-love. I know there's about of this girl who had like this ex-husband who's really like chaotic and stuff like that. I recently watched also a reading vlog by one of my besties called Bria, and yeah, she read this book and she absolutely loved it, and seeing her reaction as well was hilarious and such fun. So I definitely want to read it in June, and I thought I'd pair them together because, you know, why read one when you can read them both at the same time, like one after the other? I feel like it'll stay in the head, and I feel like they're actually best friends. I think the character from here is best friends from the character from in here, so you hear about her in this book, and then obviously she has her own book in here. So I'm really excited to read these books. Again, beautiful cover. So next up, and last but not least in terms of my physical TBR, we have Funny Story by Emily Henry. This book came out last month, I believe. I've been wanting to get to it. I got the beautiful sprayed edges. All I know is about two people and their partners both break up with them to get together, and then these two are left as roommates, or I don't know if they're already roommates, and like there's a love that blossoms from that. I've heard so many good things about this. I know there's quite mixed reviews in terms of the book. I just know this book is going to put me through trauma, or it has the prospect of putting me through trauma. I'm not sure yet, but I'm really excited to read it. If you have read it, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I've now been going through like the Goodreads reviews to see like what people say as a whole, but obviously it is a new release and I wanted to jump to it straight away. That is literally it for the books that I have in person. Of course, I have 4 other books that I want to mention. They are in physical copy. I do have a physical copy, it's just that they're currently packaged away for my book haul. The 4 books that I want to read also in June is, first up we have The King of Sloth by Anna Hugh. This is the 4th book in the Kings of Sin series. I love this series so much. These are all billionaire romances, and yeah, I'm really excited to get to Sloane and Xavier's story. Like, I feel like their story is just going to be so good, so spicy. All the teasers I have seen of it sounds amazing, so I'm really excited to read that book. If you don't know the series, definitely recommend checking it out. She's the author of the Twisted series, again one of my most loved, which again I probably might be rereading in June as well. A quick mention of that. Summertime, I love doing rereads as well. I feel like that helps keep on track of my reading, and I also feel like reading books that you really enjoy helps you from being in a book slump. I feel like in the summertime it's really easy to get in a book slump because you're really excited for the books, which means that it can be very daunting, and like as a result it means you're getting in a slump because you're so excited to read the books that you can't read the books. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that is something that I go through. Like, I will get so excited about a book that I don't want to read it because I'm scared it's going to disappoint me. So next up on my June TBR is The Dixon Rule by L. Kennedy. This is the second book in the, what is the name of the series? In the Campus Diary series. This is the spin-off to the Off Campus series, and this book I'm really excited for. I've heard so many good stuff about it. I know it's like a dom slash subplot. It's enemies to lovers. Obviously it's a college romance, sports romance. What more do you want? I read The Graham Effect, which is the first book in the series, which is based on Hannah and Garrett's daughter, which I'm really excited to now continue the series. I loved that book. It was just so nostalgic. I feel like this whole series is going to be nostalgic for me, and this book came out last month, The Dixon Rule, so I'm really excited to get to that. And then next up we have The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. This book I'm ready for. A bit like the Campus Diary series, this book is the second book in a series. The first book is, can't remember, I'll put it on the screen when I remember it, but this is the second book of it, The Rule Book. I don't know anything about this book. I just know it's the second book in the series. Obviously that's a sports romance, college romance. I don't know if it's fake dating. Well, I will put the tropes when I find them on the screen for you guys to see, but I'm really excited to get to it. So that is a book that hopefully I'll get to in June. No rush if I don't. With all these books I'm just having a variety so that I have more to pick from, because as I've said, I like to mood read during the summertime, and to help me not be in a book slump is having quite a big TBR, at least 20 books. I don't really go higher than 20 books because that could be a bit too daunting, but definitely between the 10 to 20 books range is really helpful. And then last but not least, we have Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. This book, I've never read anything by this author, but there's so many books that I've now purchased that I'm waiting for to come from her, so that'll be in the book haul that'll be coming out in a few weeks. And yeah, just her whole vibe just sounds really good. A lot of people rave about her, so I'm really excited to read her books. Just for the Summer is her brand new release. People have given it 5 stars. That's all I've seen is 5 stars, 4.5. I'm really excited to get into it. I feel like it's gonna be my vibe, just gonna be my vibe. I feel like she gives me very much Emily Henry vibes, so that is why it's a book that I definitely want to read. It's an anticipated read. I want to get into more of her books. I don't know again what this is about. I don't know what this book is about. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, but I'm really excited to read it, and hopefully I might do a reading vlog on the book specifically. I don't know yet, but that was all the books that I want to read in June. Those are my June hopefuls, my June TBR. We have a lot of books, a very ambitious TBR. I don't know if I'm gonna get through all of them, but the purpose of having this TBR isn't to say I need to read all 17 books. It's just that I have scope for if I want to read them, especially in summertime. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed going through all the books that I want to read in June. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them. I obviously decided to do this video where I just like had books that I spoke about, rather than doing like a TBR prompt jar or a game, or like getting you guys involved. I will be getting you guys involved for my polls for like specific reading vlogs, so stay tuned for that. I'll be posting some on my YouTube community page as well as my Instagram page, so make sure you're followed my Instagram if you want to see those and have a chance to vote. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at all the books that hopefully I'm going to read in June, or books that I want to read in June. But yeah, that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a like and a subscribe if you did. Follow my socials down below, as I say in every video. And yeah, that is it. Summertime's coming. I'm also going to be coming out with a new intro, new outro, and a new banner as soon as June starts, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for my brand new outro, which I'm really excited for because it's just so summery. It's making me so happy. Hope your week is going so well. Yeah, just make sure to always take care of you guys. I know there's so much happening in the world right now that I did want to speak about. I will also have links down below in support of everything. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying happy as much as you can, and remember to be kind to yourself. But that is all I'm going to say on the matter for today. I'm getting a bit emotional just thinking about it, just because at the moment I have been living, I feel like, in the Matrix, because life feels real but not real at the same time. I kind of feel like we're living in a dystopian film. And yeah, I just hope everyone is okay. Make sure you stay kind to yourself, stay kind to others, and just take it easy as much as you can. And as I always say, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Everything goes white. I can feel the breeze quick delay.